investments, and I'm delighted to be invited, and we'll consider every single one. We are going to invest in their next round. We're looking forward to Sam closing it, and he's doing terrifically, and we will invest in the next round. There's no question about that.
Another thing that makes me upset, Jensen, is that perhaps it is possible that there's motivation here to kill the deal, because I'm not hearing anything from either party that sounds like this.
Well, nothing that we're doing on the inside is that dramatic. You know, there's a lot of stories about it, but I think that OpenAI and Sam are doing a great job raising this current round. This will be the largest private round ever raised in history, and I don't know any other company that possibly could do this. I mean, all of this is possible because the amount of offtake, the amount of traffic, the amount of interest that they have in their product. What they need more than anything right now is compute. When they have compute, it will directly translates to revenues for them.
Says there's no drama.
No, there's no drama, and look, there are. When you have a company that has so-called loose lips, like an OpenAI, where they don't really run the company as if it's some sort of a prison where you're not allowed to talk. There's free thinking. There's free thinking there.
Yes.
You're going to get a reporter from a somewhat respected wire service gets a call and says, "Listen, I don't really like it." But there is a CEO. His name is Sam Altman, and he works closely with NVIDIA. And the only thing that I saw that was maybe a little bit difficult for me to understand was they did have a September agreement. This was the 10 billion, 1 gigawatt, and that was not. I didn't get the clarity from Jensen that one's still
right. But it does appear. Well, he said it, and that was great, Jim. That they're going to fund for this latest round, which will be, and we pointed this out, the largest fundraising round we've ever seen in history. Period.
Right.
Period. Public or private.
And it looks like they're going to put 20 billion in.
And they put 20 in, and reports are right about 50 from Amazon. I think we've been reporting that. And then SoftBank, we know, I've confirmed the Saudis. You're going to get over 100. As I reported yesterday, they are potentially seeking more than $100 billion, which takes us right back to where we started. With $100 billion and all the ability their tools they're going to be able to use, and the compute they're going to be able to offer, what is that going to mean for all these software companies out there? I don't know.
Well, we'll have to see. But let's talk about a hardware company while
we're
let's
do that.
Shares of AMD, I don't even want to say taking a hit, because the reason why is the stock's up very big in the last few weeks, but it's coming off today, and the company beat the estimates that boosted by the exactly what Dave was talking about, which is the booming data center business, but also, and I think we're really going to miss the point, and the analysts missed the point badly, by the CPU business, which is the business that competes against Intel. We got to learn about both of them, because the CPU business was completely left out by the analysts. It was kind of pathetic. And that's why I'm glad to have AMD Chair and CEO Lisa Su on the show. Lisa, I'm going to offer you a congratulations, because not only are you well ahead of where you told me you would be with GPUs at this time 2 years ago, but you're also killing it when it comes to CPUs. And I think we got to talk to them both. Where are you making the most money now? Where will you make the most money next year?
Hey guys, watch this stock go up. I just took a swing on this on the other account. This is a really good dip in my opinion. I just got in on this. I think I got mine at 217 maybe. I set it to sell at 238. That's what I'm going to do on this for a quick, I don't know how many shares I got, 5 or 10K, whatever it was. This could actually happen today. So listen to her. This is the CNBC News being interviewed right now. So guidance was weak, but honestly, this is a really low for the way this has been trading. So
we're very excited about what we've done, but much more excited about what we have going forward.
See, it's already going up as she's talking.
Let's take off the table the idea that
now anything with CNBC takes a little while. I mean, the market's not even opened yet, but I mean, it could go down first more, but I took a bigger, I planned on a longer swing, but we'll see. It could actually go right back up today. That's just my thoughts on a swing trade. I always look for these big ones. I look for these, NVIDIA, AMD, Apple, some of the big ones, not Tesla really, but Amazon, whatever, when they drop way below what they'd been at, it's just all noise that sends them down. They're going to go back up again. These stocks just always go back up. So unless you have like the U.S. is under attack or something, I mean, you could just always count on it. I wouldn't go in with a huge share size or something. I'd still think about max loss and all that stuff. But my general feeling is if you can hold the swing for several weeks to several months, you're going to get your money out of it with these big boys. Again, if there's really, really catastrophic news, that could change. But so you never want to have too many shares in it. But I definitely think AMD is going to recover today. I'm already making money already on my position. So anyway, there's just a thought. I get emails all the time about people wanting to know where I take my swing. So that was something there. And Charlie's whispering me. She wants me to whispering. That's a game terminology that she's talking to me about. So yeah, I got my first marriage proposal email. Thank you for that. It makes me feel not so marginalized as an older gentleman. It was from a woman. I don't judge, but I was glad of that. So I am heterosexual. But yeah, I think we should have coffee first. So anyway, that was kind of funny. So you can set up a Zoom meeting for me to go over how you're trading. I think they're calling it diagnostic. So make sure you shoot me an email and ask for that rather than my hand in marriage, if that's what this is really about, which I predict that it is. So to help you trade better, you don't have to marry me. Complete with pictures, some suggestive. So wow, it's kind of cool at this age that can still happen. But that's at least 30 years younger, I'd say. So anyway. Yes, Charlie, I did say that. It is now out. You wanted that out. So everybody's getting a kick out of it. We're not laughing at the person, laughing at the idea that we got a kick out of the idea of what it was really. So anyway, so let's go over and back to business. So I think, yesterday, I think we ended up with 110. The day before was 213 that was live. So we're averaging like 150 or 3K a month right now by just doing this really conservative, simple strategy. So no, it's not all this excitement. I made $2,000 today for you. Instead, it's like steady as she goes, trying to find these strike and recoil dips or rises, so that you can go the opposite direction quickly in and out. I did go into a full position, which means I added to my share size twice yesterday to dig out of what was happening. But I really had no fear. I really felt that stock was going to go. I forget if it was Apple or AMD, but I looked at the data. I looked at the screen. I'm like, it's coming back. I didn't worry. What I did worry about was people thinking, I'm trying to nail down the lesson that take the money when it gets to that $20 or $30, because that's all. When you have 50 shares, you're just trading 50 shares or 100 shares. Take the $15, $20, $30 trades. Don't wait for it to go. It may do that. But that's not what I think you should do. I think you should bank it and then look for the next setup to make the money, because we're not doing that kind of trading. That's not what I'm trying to show here, but that doesn't mean you might, you could be doing really well at it. And I know a lot of other people are doing much higher share size than what I'm showing here. I'm not going to raise my share size. I think the maximum I would go on these is maybe 200. Some of the stocks like Palantir, Baba, Hood, CoreWeave, IREN. I mean, some of these I can go way higher share size on this account, which I think is up to like 45K now or something. And the idea for that is that I'm trying, if I get stuck in a swing, and you've seen that happen where I misjudge and I just don't, I know it's going to come back. So I don't want to just lose the money so that I can close the trade for YouTube. I would naturally hold it longer. So then I make it into a swing. So that's the advantage of this, also this kind of trading. Like if it goes the wrong way, if you feel strongly it's going to go back based on the data, depending, you don't go way past your max loss or something, then you can sit it out. You just stop trading for the day, wait for the swing to come back, and, make money when it does. So you'll see that occasionally I do that. I haven't done it in a while because I've been keeping the share size tight with you guys, so that I'm only losing 10 or 30 bucks, and then I can just come right back. I don't want to go down $200, $300, $400, $500, $600. You've seen me do it. Then I have to fight my way back trading Tesla or something with lower share size, which requires, suddenly 25 trades really quickly. And I can do it. I mean, it's not everybody can do that, and it's not something I want to show like you should be expected to do that. So, anyway, I guess my point is that I'm having an account size kept down lower, and then I can margin up to say 160, 180K if I was going to do something like that. But I keep it under the margin. I keep it at 45 or 42, whatever it is. What is that account now, Charlie? I don't even know what that account. Okay, it's $43,800 is all this account is. So I might accidentally go into margin, but I know I could shave it off if I got stuck and, sell 10 shares or something. I don't want to go into margin overnight, and then because it's not 4 times for one thing, it's only 2 times overnight. And secondly, you start to get charged, interest for that. And so I'm trying to show you guys, don't get into that kind of a situation. If you're going to hold a trade, make sure it's under your margin. Now, there's indicators that you can have up on your screen that show how to do that. It would always tell you. What is that one called? I think it's the capital indicator. So that one's available at the $1 Million Margin Club. So that one, you can always just have it up. Like I put it on my 15 minutes sometimes, and it'll always tell you where you're at. So you don't have to get stuck in margin if that ever happens. If you find that you got sucked in, you can see there's some big traders definitely wanting to get in on. I mean, AMD is low right now. So in my opinion. I think this is going to be a long bias trade today. Is one of the reasons I have it here. Let's take a look at the scanner. So this is the consolidation scanner. I look at this one first. These are our heavy hitters today to look at. So we'll see when the market opens which way they're going to go. Yesterday was kind of a bad day for everybody. This is really low for this too, 179. But this would grind back up. I think AMD's more likely to head up in a hurry. Everything went down though that we're used to trading. Not the whole market, but everything went down here. So you'll see me looking for these on the consolidation, but we're trading the strike and recoil, and that's going to be more like this scanner that offers the opportunity where it's moving 15 cents at least on a 1 minute candle, so we can get that strike and recoil. So you might see me go to some of these, unless those big boys are giving us the opportunities, because they always will do that. But sometimes you can get more trades in with these little guys, littler guys. They're not that little. And then the other scanner I have open is the number 3 one, which is, this is between $25 and $200 value. And it's designed to with a $2 billion market cap. So it's more of a mid-cap scanner with a 50K movement per minute rather than 100K. So again, we'll get different stocks here. Yeah, Uber's all over the news because he was on CNBC this morning, the CEO or whoever the spokesman was. So that had good reports. So we might want to take a look at some of these just to see where we're at. Like there's Uber now. You can see a while ago I marked that out. God knows how long ago that was. Let's see what that's doing. Wow, it's a 69. Yeah, so people are. So that was bad pre-market, and then he came on and just it soared right back up to where it was. Hey, look at that! If you had caught that, yeah, that's right around the time he was on. Wow, so he did his company justice, huh? Look at that. So he was talking right here. That went up $10 if you jumped on that pre-market, and you could have done it on Charles Schwab too because it was after 7. You just never know with these things. This might be worth watching today, though. It kind of comes down to what the volume's going to be like. But this would be an easy one to, yeah. This I could do many shares on. We could go a little higher with it. So let's try to remember Uber, Charlie, so we can get that going. So guys, as always with this, I will be acting like I just came on for the people that are going to just watch the video of this stream rather than be on the actual live stream. I will make a video and start recording in just a few moments, and then we'll go over the biased. You know, Uber already made its move, but why don't we take a look at this at the open? I think AMD's one to watch at the open. I'm not sure if it'll... Oh, are you kidding me? It's going to do these games with me? And none of them are working. Okay. All right, guys. I have to shut off my platform and turn it back on. So what I'm going to do is... give you the entry screen for a minute, guys, because I can't show my, I don't want to show my account number here, so bear with me a minute. Annoying. Sometimes it does it, and rather than mess around, okay. My passwords have gotten longer and longer and longer as Thinkorswim says I'm being hacked more often. Where is all my scanners opened up in on different screens? You know how that, you guys with multiple screens know what a pain that is, but I still like to have it completely up. I've got to hide my account number off level 2, and let me just get this set up. And I got that over here, and I think I can turn that off. Okay, so I'm back now on some stock that God knows how I got there. Yeah, I was thinking about looking at Uber, but I think I'm going to look at this at the open. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and come on like I'm doing live for all of you people that are here already. Here we go. So, hey, good morning, everybody. This is the Professor with Day Trading for Success. So today we're going to be trading the scalp and recoil strategy live. We have a bunch of people up on Zoom. We have Charlie and her team here, as well as YouTube streaming going on, and I took a swing trade on my other account on AMD and talked about that. Wow, it just dropped back down, so now I'm losing money. But I think that's going to go. I set a sell at that at like 238. I think I got in around 217. Remember, I'm not a licensed financial advisor, so I can't give you advice. I'm just telling you what I did. Do your own due diligence. So the market's about to open. So before I go into the bias of the different stocks and talk about what this layout is, let's take a quick look at AMD and see if it's going to take off. I don't really like to trade at the open at all, particularly the first candle. But I am going to see if there's going to be, I believe it's going to have a huge recovery today, but it might go way down first. Now, what you just saw come in is all the whole and half dollar levels. And then we see we have a 50 moving average right there. That's that blue line. And then the ATRs came in too, the RV ATR and the high-low overall ATR. So we're out of the range. So that would have been a good trade to take. So now you're seeing a very sensitive layout with shadow wicks, and let me just see. Is this going to scare me before it goes back up? I think I didn't have a get out until 180, so I have a long way to go down before I take a hit. We don't want that to happen. But I think, like I was talking earlier about these stocks, it's all noise that sends them down. It's not, there wasn't any really big news that should have sent this down. So it's going to come back. So if you can wait out the move, and then I just thought maybe it could be good for scalping, but I can see right now that it's definitely too risky to try to scalp this. So is the overall market going back down again? Let me take a look at that. We were looking at Uber earlier. Remember, come on, set your alerts to get onto the stream early so you can see that me diagnosing what might happen. So he came on CNBC right here, Uber representative, and the stock took off over $10. This might be one to watch today. Although this is the mid-cap one with only a 50K volume per 1 minute. So it's not the normal 100K for the scalp and recoil strategy. And all the whole and half dollars make this look very busy. But that is where people tend to turn around. Let's see what happens with this. So there's the RV ATR right there. Let's just see it break that and get back into its actual range, which is between those two lines. Again, because of the volatility, probably not one we're going to want to watch. So let me get into what this layout is if you've never been here before. This is a 1 minute chart. It's got a lot of, indicators on it, an exponential moving average of the 9 and the 20, the SMA of the 50, 100 to 200. It's also got the VWAP. It's got your ATR labels, the entire ATR, as well as the RV ATR from Day Trading Volume 1, which is highly used. It's got the candle tracker up here, so you can see the average of all the candles and what your target should be for the trade you get into. It's got the market magnet, which is basically price volume in the moment, a very important indicator. Multiple time alignment, which are these lines coming up here telling you what those candles, those people that only trade those time frames, what they see. It's over here too, split up. Everything's down right now. It's got the whole and half dollar lines. I talked about the MACD crossover. That's based on those 9, 20, and 6 exponential. And then it's also got, this is a relative strength index, buy-sell oscillator, as well as the scalp pro meter right down here. So it's loaded with all the prop firm indicators that they use to train people to make money for them in the prop firm. So this is no joke. These are very, very useful, despite what you might see on indicators don't work on YouTube because there's those videos because they're selling some other product to you, usually a course. Indicators do work. Let's face it, guys, it's all we have. All we have is historical data, right? So you don't have to be a rocket scientist to know how do people base their trades on something that's happened prior to what they're looking at. And they try to predict what's going to happen now in the future. So now or in the moments, seconds or minutes or maybe a day if you're a day trader later. So all you have is historical data. So having the indicators that show you that quickly so you don't have to sit and study it and map it out, instead it's just right in your face on a screen. I mean, and then knowing how the crowd trades if you're scalping, so important to know what 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, and 4 hour traders are seeing, because that's the only time they take their trades. And then that's going to affect the price of the stock, right? Seeing what's happening inside the candlestick, you know. Obviously, you want to read the news for a catalyst that's immediately happening. And I also have Benzinga up here, and I have a link to get your own Benzinga if you want. This is a cool one that gives you the average range of a 1 minute candle. I usually count to 10 or 15 seconds and make sure this moves 10 cents or more, 10 or 15, and it just did, to know that this is a viable stock to trade. Right now, it's just, I want to see it consolidate, and we'll talk about that in a minute. This has got your range. This is your market pulse telling you the Q, the SPY. You can see short term, things are starting to turn around. This is a 5 minute here, 5 minute chart. This is a 15-minute. These are the bonds, and then the UVXY, the fear. This is a 5 minute, 10-day chart, 5 minute, 2-day chart. So we can set our Fibonacci's on a 5 minute, 10-day or 2-day. I'm not going to do it on this stock because of the big moves it had, but that's based out of the RV strategy, day trading volume 1. Then you want to look for the patterns inside the patterns for very short-term price action. That's a good one, day trading volume 2. So I'm not going to do a giant advertisement here for all the stuff you should already know and already have, but if you don't, check out the links. Now, what we're going to wait for here is around 9:45 a.m. and to see if we can get consolidations. Let me explain the strategy to you. Basically, what we're looking for is this is a strike and recoil. It's basically the ABCs of how to scalp. When a stock goes up really fast, you call that a strike, and there's going to be a recoil most of the time. It might not be on the first strike. It might take 2 strikes and then it recoils. But there's going to be a recoil unless it's just going straight up parabolic, and then that's a momentum thing. You're always going to get the recoil. So this is called the strike and recoil strategy. It can be going down and you want to go up. If it strikes down, if it strikes up, then you want to go short. And then you look at the other data to help you pick a bias, to help you kind of hold it longer if you misjudge the recoil, because you're making money on the recoil. You keep your share size low. You're making $5, $10, $20 per trade. You're doing a bunch of trades till you make $100 a day, $200 a day, maybe $500 a day. We're only going for $100 this morning. That's it. $100, $2,000 a month. It can change your life. And you're done in an hour, right? So this is free live streaming every morning. Well, I don't want to say every morning. The mornings that I'm here, I've been traveling a lot, but just set on your alerts and your notifications. So this is going pretty slow, but this may be doable later. So our bias today is NVIDIA's neutral, Apple's long, Microsoft short, Amazon neutral, Meta is long, Google neutral, Intel's neutral, Palantir's long, AMD short bias, interesting. MU long. What is AMD doing right now? It's down to 214. So I'm losing money. But I'm waiting it out. Broadcom is neutral. Cisco's neutral. Why is that up there? That hit this. These all hit the scanners, I guess. TSM neutral. Lam Research long. IBM short. WMT Walmart long. Bank of America neutral. WFC neutral. That's Wells Fargo. Here's the banks. JP Morgan neutral. ExxonMobil long. I got ExxonMobil hit the thing. Scanners here. Chevron long. KO neutral. Pepsi-Cola neutral. United Healthcare neutral. These are not ones I normally see here, Charlie. We went a little crazy, but I guess you just got all the ones that hit those scanners Let me just see. Tesla's neutral. Yeah, she did a good job here, but I just... the main bullish ones are MU, Palantir, that I would trade. And then bearish is AMD down here, which I don't, since I took a long on it. But I took the bigger play for I think it's going to go up today, but my trade will go into several weeks if it has to. I put a sell at that at 238 on my other account. And NVIDIA is pretty low too. It's holding its own right now since the open, which is good. That might be a good consolidating stock to trade strike and recoil on. Apple we did good on yesterday. So Apple's up again. Boy, it's long biased on that, huh? What did Apple say here? Yeah, Apple says slightly long. This is our setup from yesterday with the fibs on Apple. Let's see if they're still doable for us. Wow, that would have been a good one to catch at the open, huh, guys? Again, you can't really get those. You don't really want to chase those. I'm just going to adjust this fib real quickly for this level in case it comes back down. So that's at high was at, what's the high of that count? So you guys must know how to do the charts, right? So look over here for your high. This would have been the high would have been 271.88. So let's go ahead and adjust that. Now, why this works on a fib this way is I'm only using the levels as support and resistance, ceilings and floors. So it's not really how you want to read the fib on the percentages of, it's a different strategy. So you can see it respected that level quite a lot. Now, if this pulls back down and we trade this long bias, this could be our first strike and recoil stock today. Let me get a bead on this and just see what it's doing over here. So 63 cents down to 55. There was 10 cents. There we go. So over 15 cents in just a few seconds. So we definitely have the movement for the strike and recoil. We'll do Apple at 100 shares. What can we do on this account? Now, we'll keep it at 50 so I can average in twice if I need to. So I'm going to only go in 1/3 of my position if I trade this. So this is our ATR high, it looks like. Is that true? Yes, it is. There's the RV. So we are now trending. We might get an escalator strategy type look here where it comes down and bounces. That's called the escalator strategy, which can be done off the half RV level or the high level. Brutal sell-off. Wow, so they're still hitting that news on AMD. But I think people are going to jump in. So it's hovering around 214. I'm going to keep checking in on that because I have a swing on that. But I'll plan on holding that for a long time if I need to. 30 billion vanishing act. Come on, guys. We don't like stories like that. Again, it's just noise. It's just all going to go back up. Those big chip stocks, you can't keep them down. So you look for a good dip. We were up at 260 just the other day for that stock. All right, focusing in on Apple. So we had a pullback to the ATR, and it did spring. We're getting close to where we can get into this. We have enough data to do a strike and recoil. So long biased on this. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to go ahead and trade Apple, guys. So let's take a look at all of our data here. You can see here a steady climb. Volume just picked up. Remember, you really want to get this indicator if nothing else. So it told you that as it was going up, more people jumped on, so you can jump on with them, kind of like a surfboard on a wave. We talk about that a lot. Let's get this. All the information I need on this so I can start trading it. straight up on the 5, straight up on the 15. We see the micro data here. Yeah, I would rather go long biased and not, I don't really want to short off these levels. I'd rather get a dip down here. We'll see if it picks me up on the bid. Although the spread's so tight, I think I'm just going to get in market. Going to get closer to the 50 cents, or is it not going to do that? I'll go ahead and get in there. They've got me at 69. We'll try to do our first trade here for just a small amount if we can. Hopefully that's not the rejection level of 277, that even dollar amount. I'm happy with this position. So if we got down here, 44. Oh, that's $75. So we don't want to go that low. There goes the trade. That's what we were looking for. Let's go ahead and try to get that. There we go. So our first trade was $17. It's a good start. Let's try to see if it's going to, if 277 is going to be the dip in a bit, or we can catch it dipping down here again as it continues to go up. So long bias, and we're playing the strike and recoil dip because it's a dip because we are long biased. And if it keeps making a flat top here, then I could take some shorts, but I'm not sure this is done making a move here, so we're not going to do that yet. I want to get into the move too, so I will probably do market. I always hate that when I do buy the bid. It doesn't pick me up, then it jumps 30 cents up, and I go, God, could have had that trade, you know, just because I was worried about 2 cents or something, and just on my opening position. So it seems to be holding the 277. Yep. So that could be its new bottom for the dip. The even dollar, 277, whole dollar. Okay. Yeah, it's just stair-stepping up, guys. Oh, man, that was a terrible fill. Right when I clicked it, it jumped. I'm just going to take the money real quick there because I didn't like my position and hope that it dips back down to 277. So 07, I wanted to get it at 01. It's given us some good action here to try to make some money on this. So we want it to hold that. Didn't hold it now. All right. I don't think it's done going up, guys, by any means am I worried about. That's a nice rickshaw man there, which does show a reversal sign on if you have the candlestick pattern playbook. That's it's like, I don't know, 75% chance of reversal. Yeah, the more that it stops here and doesn't go up, the more concerned I am about it. That's better because then we can start shorting it too and make money both ways. My question will be, do I want to add to it because I think it's going to go back if it goes down here, or do I just want to take a small loss and get out and have my first negative trade, which is interesting. Really respecting that $77. Here it goes again. If it goes up really fast, I'll hit the ask. But if it's meanders up, yeah, I'll try to get it there. There we go. So 44. And that's kind of the way I look at it, whether I do market or not. If it's just going to kind of barely go up 2 cents at a time, then I'm just going to get out at market. But if it makes a big jump, then I feel it has a better chance of picking me up on the sell the ask. So remember, we were looking at 277, and now it's 30 to 40 cents above that already. So it's up to the half dollar. It's continuing to just climb here. Now you could argue that you could just ride it. You know, there's an argument there. It's just not the kind of trading we're doing. We're controlling our profits and or losses here. AMD down to 210, killing me over there. I think that's like 5K down. I'll have to wait for it and stop looking at the short term. I tend to look at everything like a scalp, which is not good for swing trades. Apple's up a whole $5. I'm looking at the scanners here, guys. MU's down a couple of bucks. I was kind of hoping Apple would dip, so I'm just holding my breath here and not wanting to call the 50-cent mark the dip. Did that just happened and I missed it, or is that a shadow wick? I can't tell. Man, it's just going up. It's just going to keep going up. Might be the 50 cent, might be our dip now. $277.50. Did I not push buy? I thought I did. Jesus. 38. That's kind of where I thought I pushed it, so I'm back to where I was. So that's got us up to $60. Slow and controlled. $57 is the low I saw on the bid. Look at the market maker if we're going to be pushing market, because that's all we're going to get at best, and that's popping around pretty quickly. 54 there for a second. I'd like to see it get below that, really, and back below the 50 cent. There was 50 cent even. Okay, so there's the first red doji rickshaw man. That might scare some people. Nope. It just keeps going up. Hitting up to 278 would be. I want to catch some of these dips on the. I want to catch some of these shorts. Honestly, it's going slow enough where you could get a recoil short for 10 to 20 cents. Just it might make a big 50-cent jump right when you go in short. You know, that's why I'm more long biased on this, just feeling it's safer. Anywhere near the 50 cent now, I'm going to go in if it gets down there. 64. $60. It's not really what I really wanted, but let's see if we can get back up there. So the magnet just pulled up. So, and these pulled back. So that's going to, like a springboard, going to send this up. So we want to watch what that magnet does. It's everybody's price action that just happened. It got me only $8 there. I thought it was going to spring as I hit it. Yeah, I should have held it a second longer. It jumped up right after I hit it. Still a green trade. Only 50 shares here. We're doing small little baby steps to get to a goal. See how fast we can get to that $100. $100 can change a lot of lives, guys. $100 a day, $2,000 a month. Pays a mortgage, pays a car payment, depending on what your lifestyle is. And you're really not interrupting your day much. You know, whoa. Did that get me? It got me in a 16 cents. That was a big enough flush that, now you might call that counterintuitive, you know, but I would call that a strike, and you're looking for the recoil. This could be a really good trade here. This could go all the way back up. So let's just hang tight a little longer on this one. I've already had the money to get out, and I didn't take it. Waiting for a little bit bigger move, playing long biased. I thought that was like a perfect dip to do that. But it may be that the 278 was really the high, and now we're going to get some retracement. So you just got to have a max loss and be careful. But I don't think we're there yet. So 280 maybe. See anywhere when I get there. Oh, did you see the slip? I was like $108 there. That was a terrible slip, huh? I don't know what it got me out as. I'll look later, but still a good trade, you know, considering this is only 50 shares. So we're almost 2 points today already in just a few minutes. Nice tweezer move there on the 1 minute. You can see these both hit the top of the Scalp Pro. So this is perfect for strike and recoil. Perfect read, you know. We're just back and forth, ceiling and floors. Right now we're just playing the ceilings, but I'd like to get another big dip like that. Man, this is tempting to go short, guys. I got to tell you. There's the 50 cent. You could just keep striking and never wait for a recoil and just keep riding it higher. There's some logic there. It's just you have no data that says it's going to keep doing that. So you are kind of, it's more gambling than having an edge by reading the prior indicators. Looking for a dip here, guys. I'm waiting for a dip. Could wait all day. Not really. Very, very strong here still, even though volume went down right at the top. Bad fill. Looking for a little bigger with no slippage. So now we made the goal just on this one stock, which is good. Now you don't want to just go shopping around if you're doing okay. I'm sure there's other opportunities here. Boy, the people are just making AMD go down so that they can buy all the shares. So craziness. It's the typical manipulation of the market. Don't believe it. That's my opinion. All the hedge fund guys are going to get rich off this one move today on AMD. Well, they're already rich. Tesla's going down. Micro's going down. MU. Amazon's going down. Maybe the Melania film didn't bring in the profits they wanted. Oh. Hey, here we go. That's a pretty good drop. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go in for that. It was a bad fill. Looks like it's going back up to me. That's why I went in. So I'm at 25 cents. Here's what the market maker's going to give me with a tiny bit of slippage in there. Ouch. Now it dropped me below. Did it hit the top? So it didn't make it to 79. That is the top of the market magnet right there. Should have actually seen that. Oh, that's a painful dip. That would be the third red 1 minute candle. So I have to make it a judgment call here whether I think this is an actual dip to lose all my money and average in on this. I'm trying to assess quickly. Yeah, it volume raised as it was going down, so that's not a good sign. I was thinking about going in to 100 shares right then when I saw that increase. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead on the chance. It looks like it's going to go up, so I went for it. based on data, and you're always taking a bit of a chance when you read the data because there's no sure thing on anything. This could be the end of its upward move, so I have to get out if I think I'm going to lose too much here. So I can get it back on the shorts. Right when I took that trade, I was only $6 down for a second. Oh no, that's not good. I think I'm going to take a hit here, guys. It's coming down to the 20. Okay, hopefully you got out at your max loss. Yeah, I got to get out. Well, look at that. I was 111, now I'm only 26. So there you go. That's how it can happen. Really did not expect that, and I'm glad I got out because I'd be negative now. Wow, it's given us a big retracement here out of nowhere. And that is the problem when you go parabolic on these things. I kind of threw caution to the wind right here. And it happens. Hopefully you guys didn't all get sucked into that and you kept your nice profits. This is the buy-sell oscillator turning around. You also have the VWAP here. So is it going to go back up? I think so. What level? Let me see if we have any other historical data here before I just... Yeah, so we're way out of everything. So I got nothing to go by here. Do we have any new news on this, guys? Market's going down. Generally, I'm glad I didn't go into that yet. Here's your ATR high. We're back down to it. I'd like to see a bounce off of that. I feel stupid having lost that money. So this is really not tradable when it's doing this. It needs to show signs of coming back so you can get back into that consolidating strike and recoil. Everything's just going down right now. General sell-off happening. Great opportunities to get stuff. Might average into my AMD if it breaks below 200. Has it stopped at 276? Is it going to go back up now? I got nothing is the thing. I got nothing to go by here except what I see right in the moment. It does seem like it's turning around now. See if we can get a dip again. I need more than that, guys. That's still, is it going to break that? The VWAP held it up right here. See it? Right at the 276, we got a VWAP support. So we have two different support levels right there. I'm just not willing to believe it yet because that was a pretty big retracement. Yeah, now it's going to break. Is it going to break the 50 cents too? So it seems like we do have the move going back up. We get a dip, any kind of a dip here. I want to get into this again. I'll take that. 42, not really where I wanted. Buy sell oscillator turning it around. Is it going to take all my profits here? Yeah, that could have just been a slight little bear flag, creating a bear flag there. If it breaks that 276, I'm out of this trade. And we start again. Ouch. I don't like the way it looks. So easy to call when it goes straight up, huh? Yeah, I'm not going to get over greedy if it gets me a chance to get back up to 45, but what you tend to do in a situation like this is just wait till you get all your money back, and that's really not how we got there, so it's not a smart thing to do. One bad trade got me. I held it a little too long. I averaged into it. And from 111 went down to 20-something bucks, so we doubled it basically with that one trade. We'll work our way back. Now I could do other stuff to get back much quicker, but I'm going to keep it conservative, and so you guys can see this is the better way to do it. There we go. This is going to break the 276. Again, right at that VWAP level. Buy-sell oscillator turned it around again, or showing you that it's it was being oversold briefly in the moment. That would have already been a great strike and recoil. I'm going to go for it. It's not what I wanted, but I don't want to see it break the 26 level, and it looks like it's going to, which is kind of scary. It's toying down there a bit. There we go. Let's get it. Let's get the recoil back up there. I like to see some double digits on the green. There we go. Now 58. Slowly climbing again after that one loss that killed me. What's our time? Okay, still got time. Now I have an 11 a.m. session that I have to prepare for, but that's a ways away. So depending on what share size you have, obviously these numbers could be much bigger. It's just a strategy that this is what scalping is, and I've kind of put a label on it so it's easier to understand what scalpers do. And it's been a catchy phrase that's being used in the prop firms now: strike and recoil, strike and recoil. And that's really all scalping is, up and down, based on historical data that you can see, volume that you can see in the moment, and then you get caught up every once in a while, and I let that trade go too far down, because I'd probably be close to being recovered already if I didn't let go too far down, which is the thing we all get caught up in. I just really did not think it was going to be that big of a sell-off, so it really surprised me. But I didn't think. What does that mean, you know? So, again, there was already a recoil there. There was the 30-cent recoil that I did not pick up because I was afraid that it was going to break down. I had a fear. But this is perfect here. This is perfect strike and recoil. Ceiling, floor, ceiling, floor. So it's the 76.50. It just broke through it. Okay. It's a whole new ball game now. We have a new channel, 77 in the 76.50. Wow, there it goes. So now I have to wait because it's not consolidating where I can easily call it. It's a lot. You have to have a lot of patience, even in scalping. You want to look at the volume, see what's happening inside these candlesticks. So like if this volume goes higher and the buyers stay at the top, then it's giving you, and then you see it just increased. But it increased actually with the sellers. So that's when that volume hit. I'm looking for a dip to get in right here, right now, guys. Let's see if it gives me a dip below the 50 cent or right at the 50 cent. Has it firmly entrenched the channel up there? Not sure it has. I could have got it there at 448. Yeah, see, I wasn't sure it had really made a new channel up there. So now I'm looking for more. It went to 28 cents on the ask. So that was, I've already had a recoil. I didn't take it. So I'm definitely gun shy after that hit. So I'm not trading as confidently because of getting that big loss. You know, in perspective to the share size. I'm going to go for it. 17 cents. Feel we're back in the channel? Ugh. Then it goes the other way. Then it goes the other way. Okay, so that's the point of no return right there. 75.46. It's killing me. Looking to add. I'm going to add as it goes up. Much riskier now. Just want to get out of the trade for a lesser loss or a tiny bit green right now. I'm not holding into a bigger move if I can get green at all here. Don't like the look of this. Should have already gone up. There we go. I really should have got out sooner than that. I took a chance, but I got back up to 80. Get down to 50 shares again. I actually got nervous with 50 shares. I like that feeling. The excitement of trading. Right now, I'm just trying to recover, so I should be batting at about 85 to 90% accuracy because I've only had one missed trade. But what I did is I let that go much further down than my victories, which is what's so hard. You always got to play that on the edge. You know, you got to play, you know, I averaged in higher. Wow, see, I'm glad I got out and just took a smaller profit because that all would have been gone. So again, this is major support. That's your ATR level. If it breaks that, we could get, and it seems to be doing it, we could get a full retracement down here. It opened way down here, so right there, I guess. Yeah, 272.31 was the open. So again, respected this ATR again. It's got a flat bottom here and hasn't broken down yet. This was better channeling up here. Don't really have it here yet. Again, I'm not playing as fast and loose. I'm waiting for better setups because I got burned. So we're making our way back. And hopefully you're having fun because I really enjoy doing this. Yep, I know, I see that time. They're chattering in my ear, so I do have another session coming up. I was trying to get this up to the goal. I just, I don't know where you are in the country, but where I am, it's really, really cold. Yeah, this is becoming kind of untradeable. I have a long bias and it's going straight down. Let me see if there's anything else to look at. AMD is going back up. Let's take a look at that. See if we can get some opportunities here. Now, I would have normally played this long bias today, but it's done this big move. I know. We have enough time, guys. Just need a couple of decent trades here. All right. So that is a bear flag on a 5-minute. That means this is going to go down. 209.50. Let me take a look at this to see if I really have any clear-cut data here to trade this stock. No, I don't like it. I can't call that easy enough. Nvidia's gone down. Wow, MU is just crashing. I don't like stuff going down when I think it should be a long market. I want to be able to call the bias on these stocks when I trade them. And I'm going to go back to Apple, guys. It's the only one that looks like it's got consistent. And it's got some swales here. It's not too hard to call. Take a look at this 5 minutes so I don't lose perspective here. I don't like it if I don't make the goal that we have. Wow, so it's a breakdown off the ATR, huh? Look at that. It is definitely retracing, and I want to call it long, so I hate to short this right when it's going to retrace up again, you know. This would be the spot to do it, though, is to go short off that level. And, of course, it breaks it right when I say that. Look at that. Dragonfly right there. I think that's a 70% chance of a reversal. It's hitting the 9 right there. I'm going to go for it. What did I get it at? 26? It's not where I wanted it. I went for a short, guys. Against my better judgment. Playing at long bias, I went for a short. Yep, and it's going to hurt me. Yep, I'm going to get out. Oh, boy. So that was a bad trade. So now I have 2 bad trades. I hate to be rushed, Charlie. I can't. That's not a trade I probably would have taken. I'm feeling rushed. What do we got? It's 10:19. I have like an open session with the Zoom people before the 11 a.m. to talk about strategy, and every minute I stay here, it's cutting into that time. So it's not a good day, though. I will probably trade more on this account to make it a better day after this. After I do this, after I pull out of here. So 50 cent. Is it going to climb back up? This is the second 5-minute green. Glad I got out of that short. It's hitting the 20 now. 50 cent mark. Maybe go long on a 50 cent mark if we get it back down there. The $0.50. If it's going to give me any opportunity to get in on a dip. There was 66 cents. No opportunities here that I see. Reversal signs. I could try some shenanigans here and get this up real quick. 62 was my best possible entry, but it probably wouldn't have been anywhere near it. I'm going to go for it. 66. Come on, baby. You want to break up. You want to break out and up. Let's go. I averaged in, doubled my share size to 100, going for a Hail Mary here to try to get to where we need to go, but it's not cooperating and it's going to hurt me. I was just about to add to another 50 shares there. Oh, I would have added too much. Oh, what am I doing here? Oh, man, I'm not even thinking. It's hurting me. I'm going to get out of this trade, guys. Shouldn't be rushing it, and I'm just stay green. Is it going to hit off the 8? See, this is making me want to stay in. There it goes. Right when I had I gone in at that position there, I would be nice and green right now. Added another 50 shares. I mean, yeah, I really do have to go here. So let's try to make the last trade a good, decent trade here. $81. All right. Well, guys, we did not make it yet, but I will make it. And thanks for being here today. And, you know, go green out there, right? So I'm going to do our next session. I will see you guys in the morning. Keep it tight. You know, don't do crazy stuff. We didn't do as good, $100 live here, but we still did okay. I think we're averaging over $100 a day still for the 3 days, and then some. So we're still $2,000 up for the month if we keep doing this. So I don't see, let me give a rundown, anything else I see here that you might want to trade. If AMD stops and starts heading slowly back up so you can be long biased, that would be definitely one to look for today. Because I do think it's a lot of hooey that it's down here. It is starting to swale. up. So if this makes a higher high, you know, like if it breaks that as it comes up and then dips back down, then I think you could go long biased, and this might be a good one to trade. That would be my thought process if I stayed here. Okay. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Go green out there. I'll see you next time.